Your person has been quietly observing you from a distance, trying to gather information through your social media or mutual friends. Though there is no direct communication between you two, they are watching closely, hoping to catch a glimpse of your current life. From what they can see and sense, you are thriving. Whether it's the peace within your home, the growth in your career, or the glow of contentment in your smile, it's clear that you're moving forward with purpose and confidence. And this realization is difficult for them to bear. Seeing you move on without them cuts deeper than they anticipated. What they thought would be a temporary distance has turned into a defining silence. What they assumed would hurt you has, instead, become the foundation of your healing. And now, your strength, the same strength they once overlooked, makes them feel incredibly insecure. You are standing in your power, creating a stable and meaningful life, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Your inner growth is unmistakable, and they see you doing what they never expected, flourishing. They regret their past actions more than they can express. Taking your love for granted, dismissing your loyalty, and failing to value your efforts are now memories that haunt them. This regret has forced them into a period of deep reflection. It's made them face the parts of themselves they once ignored. They can no longer escape the truth of what they lost, and it's painful. The absence of your affection, your attention, and your presence is a void they feel every day. They believe you've closed the door emotionally. From their point of view, it seems like you've sealed your heart and moved on completely. They sense that you're channeling all your energy into building a future that no longer includes them. You've redirected the love and care you once gave them into nurturing yourself and your life, and they admire that, even if it breaks them inside. Your ability to heal, grow, and pursue happiness without them is something they never imagined. It's a testament to your resilience and self-worth. Despite everything, their feelings for you haven't faded. In fact, they may be stronger than ever. The passion they feel is still intense, burning quietly beneath the surface. They remember how deeply they once felt connected to you, and those memories now feel bittersweet. What troubles them the most is knowing that you are no longer trying. You're not reaching out. You're not checking in. You've stopped making them the center of your world, and it's something they never truly thought would happen. The dynamic has shifted completely, and justice will be served in this connection. The imbalance that once existed is correcting itself, and karma is beginning to play its part. Your person is starting to experience the consequences of their choices. Life is showing them what it feels like to be on the other side of heartbreak, and it's not easy for them to accept. Still, within this process, there's a turning point approaching. In the near future, expect significant movement from them. They are slowly gathering the strength and courage to reach out. They know they can't stay in the shadows forever. Whether it's for closure, reconciliation, or a heartfelt apology, they feel the urge to connect. They understand that words alone won't be enough. They will need to show true accountability and change. If you've been seeking clarity, know that it is on its way. Answers will come, and with them, a sense of resolution. Right now, your person is in emotional turmoil. They are grieving the loss of what could have been and mourning the version of you they may never get back. Their heart is heavy with sorrow and guilt. They are crying over the memories, the mistakes, and the silence that now defines your relationship. Karma is hitting them harder than they expected. The lies, the betrayal, the emotional neglect, it's all resurfacing, not just as guilt, but as life lessons they can no longer avoid. They are deeply uncomfortable in this no-contact space. The stillness is deafening. The space between you two feels like an unbridgeable gap to them, yet one they desperately wish to cross. They never expected the consequences to be this intense, nor did they believe your absence would affect them so profoundly. But now, they understand what they've lost. They understand the value of the love they once treated so carelessly. This is a story of transformation, for both of you. You've risen from the pain and begun writing a new chapter for yourself, one that centers your happiness, your healing, and your worth. Your person, on the other hand, is at the beginning of a reckoning with themselves. Whether the future brings reconciliation or closure, it's clear that justice, both emotional and spiritual, is unfolding. The truth is surfacing, and soon, so will the clarity you've been waiting for. I miss you more than words can express. It's not just a passing feeling, it's a constant ache, a lingering emptiness that follows me through every part of my day. You've left me completely lost in my emotions, and it's like I'm wandering through a fog that only thickens with time. No one else compares to you. No one even comes close. I've met people, had conversations, even smiled at times, but none of it reaches the depth of connection I had with you. I'm suffering in silence, keeping all of this bottled up because I don't know where else to put these feelings. I try to carry on like everything is fine, but deep down, I feel like I'm crumbling. I know I was the one at fault. That truth has become painfully clear over time. But instead of owning up to it, I blamed you. I pointed fingers when I should have looked in the mirror. I let pride and fear guide my actions, and now I'm left with regret. My heart is yearning for you in ways I never thought possible. It's like a piece of me was left behind the day we drifted apart, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to get it back. There are so many things I never said, and the weight of those unsaid words grows heavier every day. I regret hiding my feelings from you and not being honest about what was really going on inside me. I pretended to be fine, acted indifferent, and in the process, I pushed you away. I lied, not because I wanted to hurt you, but because I was too scared to be vulnerable. I wonder all the time if you're happier without me, if letting me go brought you peace. That question haunts me, but I wouldn't blame you if the answer was yes. I didn't treat you the way you deserved to be treated. I feel so foolish for playing games, thinking that by acting a certain way, I could get a reaction out of you. I thought if I made you jealous or distanced myself, you'd chase after me and everything would magically fix itself. But all I did was end up hurting you and, in the end, hurting myself even more. I only played myself. My intentions were never to cause pain, but I realize now that intentions don't erase consequences. I feel terrible for ghosting you and avoiding conversations we should have had. I ran from the truth because I didn't have the courage to face it or to face you. I lacked the strength to say what needed to be said. There were moments where I could have opened up, moments where I could have chosen honesty and clarity, but instead I chose silence. I wish things could be different. I wish I could rewind time and make better choices. I keep trying to throw myself into work, into distractions, into anything that might keep my mind off you, but it never works. No matter what I do, your memory lingers. Thoughts of you run through the back of my mind like a song stuck on repeat. There have been so many times when I've thought about reaching out to you, just to say hello, just to ask how you are, just to hear your voice again. But every time I build up the courage, panic sets in, and I stop myself. I fear rejection. I fear reopening wounds that you've already begun to heal. I don't want to cause you more pain or bring any more problems into your life. So I wait, hoping for a sign from you, anything to let me know that maybe there's still a chance, that you still think of me too. It doesn't matter how busy I keep myself or how many people I surround myself with, I always end up feeling empty and alone. There's a space in my heart that only you filled, and without you, it just feels hollow. You came into my life so unexpectedly, and yet your presence changed everything. It wasn't just emotional, you brought tangible changes too. My job improved, my finances stabilized, and life started to feel like it was coming together for the first time in a long time. You were more than a partner, you were a blessing, a true gift from God. You brought light into my life during a time I didn't even realize I was surrounded by darkness. I didn't recognize it fully back then, but I see it now. I see your worth, your kindness, your strength, and the way you made me better just by being in my life. I wish I had appreciated you more when I had you. I wish I had fought harder, loved more openly, and been more honest. I live with those regrets every day, and I don't know if I'll ever stop. But I want you to know that you mattered to me more than I ever let on. You still matter. And no matter how far apart we are, a part of me will always be holding space for you, hoping, praying, and quietly loving you from afar. Your partner is emotionally and spiritually exhausted. They are tired of carrying the coldness, heaviness, and distance that has lingered between you two for far too long. There's a deep yearning within them to let go of the emotional weight they've been holding onto, negativity, doubt, confusion, and misunderstanding. These lingering energies have created a wedge between you both, and your partner is finally reaching a breaking point. More than anything, they desire clarity, healing, and peace within your connection. They want to start fresh and build something more meaningful, something free of fear and emotional barriers. Yet, amid this internal storm, they find themselves hoping for a sign, some indication from you that you're feeling the same pull toward reconciliation and renewal. Despite everything, your partner feels closer to you now than ever before. Even if physical distance or silence has come between you, they feel emotionally tied to you in a powerful way. Ironically, the more unreachable you seem, the more they're drawn to you. To them, you appear almost unattainable now, perhaps because you've changed, evolved, and stepped into your personal power. But what keeps their hope alive is the love they know still exists between you. They are convinced that your feelings for them haven't vanished, and this belief serves as their anchor. It's what gives them the courage to move forward and face the emotional terrain of this relationship, no matter how uncertain or intimidating it might feel. One of the most significant shifts that has occurred in your partner is the way they now view you. They've come to truly understand your worth. You're no longer someone who can be taken for granted, controlled, or manipulated by them or by anyone else. They see this strength in you, this undeniable transformation, and it commands their respect. Rather than being threatened by your growth, they're in awe of it. They realize that the old dynamics between you can no longer exist if this relationship is to move forward. Your self-respect has forced them to reflect on their own behavior and recognize the areas where they failed to meet your needs or honor your value. Still, their hesitation to speak up or take action isn't due to a lack of love, it's due to fear. Specifically, fear tied to their past failures. They carry the burden of mistakes they've made, not just with you, but in other areas of life as well. There's a quiet shame within them, a voice that tells them they might mess things up again if they try to reconnect. They fear rejection, not because they doubt your love, but because they doubt themselves. But even with these fears, they're undergoing a significant inner transformation. They're waking up to a new level of self-awareness, and this is bringing them closer to the emotional courage needed to take that next step. Right now, they are in the midst of a major realization, an epiphany, even. No matter how they try to distract themselves, no matter who they turn to or how busy they keep, their mind always drifts back to you. The desire to reconnect with you isn't just a passing thought, it has become a persistent longing. They're beginning to understand that true peace and happiness for them lies in making things right with you. Pretending they can move on or ignore what's in their heart no longer works. They want to be the partner you deserve. They want to stand by you not as someone clinging out of guilt or fear, but as someone who has matured and learned from their mistakes. It won't be long before they can no longer suppress their feelings. Their emotions for you are building, and the time is coming when they will feel compelled to express everything they've been holding back. This upcoming reconciliation isn't just a fleeting opportunity, it holds the potential to become something long-term and deeply fulfilling. There's a sense that if both of you are willing to meet each other halfway, to speak with honesty and openness, then this relationship can be reborn with a stronger foundation than ever before. As part of this shift, your partner is already beginning to distance themselves from people who have only brought negativity into their life. For a long time, they were surrounded by individuals who pretended to be friends but were actually holding them back. These so-called friends may have fed their ego, enabled their patterns, or distracted them from doing the inner work necessary for growth. Now, your partner is starting to see through these facades. They are choosing to walk away from empty connections and superficial support systems because they no longer want to live in denial or distraction. Their focus is becoming clearer. They are prioritizing authenticity, healing, and love, and at the center of all that is you. This journey isn't just about rekindling a romance, it's about becoming the best version of themselves so they can truly show up for you. While the road ahead may not be easy, the transformation they're undergoing suggests that real change is possible. The emotional breakthrough they're heading toward could open the door to a love that's not only rekindled, but redefined on new, healthier terms.